Welcome back to our deep dive into the Bhagavad Gita. We've covered so much ground already, exploring the epic story of Arjuna, the meaning of Dharma, and the power of karma yoga. But I'm curious, how do we actually put these ancient teachings into practice in our modern lives? It all sounds very profound, but can you bridge the gap between these ancient concepts and the realities of daily life?
That's a great question, and it's something the lecturer addresses directly. They emphasize that applying these teachings is an ongoing process, a journey of self-discovery and transformation. It's not about achieving some perfect state of enlightenment overnight, but about making small, consistent steps toward a more balanced and purposeful way of being.
Okay, that makes it feel a bit more manageable. But where do we even begin? It can feel overwhelming thinking about integrating these ancient principles into our busy, often chaotic modern world.
The lecturer suggests starting with self-reflection. Take some time to honestly examine your values, your motivations, and your actions. Ask yourself, am I living in alignment with my true nature? Are my actions driven by ego, or are they guided by a sense of duty, of service to something greater?
That's a powerful invitation to pause and really look within. I know I can get caught up in the daily grind, always striving, always on the go. It's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture.
Yeah, it's a common struggle where we're constantly bombarded with messages telling us to do more, achieve more, be more. But the Bhagavad Gita reminds us that cultivating inner peace and equanimity is essential. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, or simply spending time in nature can help us connect with that inner stillness, that place of wisdom and clarity within.
So it's about creating space for reflection, for connecting with our inner compass before we jump into action.
Exactly. And from that place of inner alignment, we can start making choices that are more in harmony with our Dharma. Remember, Dharma isn't about rigid rules or dogma. It's about understanding your unique nature and finding ways to contribute to the well-being of yourself and the world around you.
That makes sense. But I think a lot of people struggle with figuring out what their Dharma is, what their unique contribution might be. They might be feeling stuck in a job they hate or unsure of their direction in life. How can the Bhagavad Gita offer guidance in those situations?
The Bhagavad Gita encourages us to approach all our actions, whether it's our work, our relationships, or even the mundane tasks of daily life, with a sense of service and detachment. The lecturer uses a beautiful metaphor. Imagine you're an actor on a stage. Your Dharma is the role you're meant to play. Embrace it fully, give it your all, but remember, it's not the entirety of who you are.
I love that metaphor. It helps to create some distance, right? Like we can
Yeah.
be fully engaged in the world, fulfilling our responsibilities, but also recognize that our worth isn't tied to those external outcomes.
Precisely. And as we practice karma yoga, dedicating our actions to a higher purpose, we start to experience a sense of fulfillment that doesn't depend on external validation.
So it's about finding joy in the journey rather than being obsessed with the destination.
Yes. And this brings us to the concept of surrender, which can be a challenging one for many people to grasp. The Bhagavad Gita emphasizes the importance of surrendering our ego, our desires to the divine will, to Krishna in the context of the story.
I can see how that could be a stumbling block. Surrender often has negative connotations like giving up or admitting defeat. How does the Bhagavad Gita reframe that concept?
Well, surrender in this context isn't about weakness or passivity. It's about recognizing that we are not in control of everything. There's a higher power at play, a universal intelligence that orchestrates the grand scheme of things. Surrender is about aligning ourselves with that flow, trusting in the unfolding of life even when we don't understand it.
So it's about letting go of the need to control and micromanage every aspect of our lives, learning to trust that there's a bigger plan even if we can't see it right now.
Exactly. And as we cultivate that trust, that willingness to surrender to something greater than ourselves, we open ourselves to receiving guidance, support, and a deeper sense of peace that transcends the ups and downs of daily life. The lecturer emphasizes that surrender is not about weakness, but about strength. It takes courage and humility to let go of our limited perspective and embrace a greater vision.
Wow, this conversation has been truly transformative. I feel like I have a no understanding of the Bhagavad Gita and its relevance to my own life. It's not just an ancient text. It's a living wisdom that can that can guide us toward a more fulfilling and purposeful way of being.
I'm so glad to hear that. The Bhagavad Gita offers timeless wisdom for anyone seeking to navigate life's complexities with grace and purpose. It's a conversation that continues to inspire and transform countless lives across cultures and generations.
So to our listener, if you're feeling called to explore the Bhagavad Gita, we encourage you to dive in. Let its teachings inspire you to embark on your own journey of self-discovery, to embrace your dharma, and to find that wellspring of happiness that resides within.
And remember, as the Bhagavad Gita reminds us, the true battlefield isn't out there. It's within our own hearts and minds. By mastering ourselves, by cultivating inner peace and alignment with our dharma, we master our lives.
Right.
Until our next deep dive, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep seeking that which brings you joy and fulfillment.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Bhagavad Gita. We'll see you next time.